So excited to share this Kriya. Today we're doing the Kriya to withstand the pressure of time. And I've actually been practicing this one for about 2 weeks because I postponed class last week. And so I've built a really good relationship with this Kriya. And it came in at a really timely moment for me because I was doing it during the transition of the seasons. Right now, when I'm recording this, it just transitioned to autumn. You might notice my lovely Halloween decorations up here. And I was also doing a cleanse at the time, and this Kriya works a lot on our digestive system, and it just felt really timely. So to be experiencing all of that all at once was really beautiful and helpful and supportive. And something that came through really strong for me in practicing this Kriya is this idea that we live in this culture, in this society where we really try to avoid aging. Like we're always looking for products and, like anti-wrinkles and dyeing your hair. And it's like this ultimately on a deeper level, that's a fear of death. And it's so unhealthy because death is not meant to be avoided. And in some perspectives, it should even be embraced because it's the impermanence of life that makes things so rich and so beautiful. And death is not something to be feared, but rather revered. And this Kriya provides these benefits that make our quality of life better while we're living it, and to make our aging process more graceful. That, of course, we're going to age, it's inevitable that we're going to age, and to have these tools that are supporting us physically, energetically, spiritually, create ease in the process and hopefully provide some self love and energetic support around that process. It's normal to feel fear, and also there's tools to help us soothe that and move through that a little bit better. So some of the effects of this Kriya, it provides a full tune-up of the nervous system. If you remember back in the day, if your TV wasn't working, you would unplug it and plug it back in. And that's exactly what this Kriya does for our nervous system. It's this ultimate reset. We're unplugging and plugging back in. Very effective. We're unlocking our shoulders and our pelvis where we hold so much tension and even trauma. This Kriya helps to increase our energy, reduce our stress, negative emotions, enhances our feelings of renewal, revival, vitality, and it deepens our ability for relaxation. This is a very active Kriya. It's a full body tune-up, and so we're going to be working, and it's all good. It feels so good. We're going to be doing a lot of repetitive active movements in conjunction with really good deep breathing. Um, I will just make a quick note that if you want some cushioning for your knees, we're going to be doing some work on the knees later on in the Kriya. So if you do want like a nice blanket, I have this lovely Halloween blanket my sister made me. I'm staying on theme, y'all. So if you want a little blanket or a flat pillow to support your knees, now is a good time to grab it. So like I was saying, we're going to be doing a lot of active and repetitive movements with long, deep breath. Something that's unique about this particular Kriya. Um, in the past, we've done a lot of breath to movement, but this time, and I'll re-cue this when the time comes, but we're going to be swapping out breath to movement to challenge the mind and the body in a way where we're calling in really deep breathing in and out through the nose for the entire Kriya instead of any breath to movement. If we have a tendency to slip into breath to movement, and that's totally fine. And I'll try to remind us as we go to revert back to deep breathing in and out through the nose. No mouth breathing, unless it's just open mouth exhales, which are always welcome. And there's not a lot of assigned drishti in this Kriya, so you're welcome to default to whatever feels best for you for whatever the body's calling for. There's no diaphragmatic pumping, but as always, if you are pregnant or menstruating, then please honor your body and whatever limitations that you need to honor at this time. If you are new to Kundalini, please pause the video here. You can go through the basics a little bit more in depth, but otherwise, think we're ready to drop in, to tune in. So finding a nice, long, straight spine, an easy pose, closing off the eyes or blurring the vision. We'll bring the prayer palms to heart center and begin to rub them together. creating friction, building heat, waking up the energy channels. Really rub fast here. Go as fast as you can. We're waking things up. And finding stillness in the palms, pressing them together, straight line from elbow to elbow. You can bring the thumbs up against the heart center. Take a nice deep inhale all the way to the top and hold. Feeling your body become a container for the breath. You can squeeze your root lock, engaging the pelvic floor. Roll the eyes in and up. Keeping the hands where they are, open mouth exhale. 2 more like that. Inhaling to the top. Holding, engaging the root lock, rolling the eyes in and up. Press the palms. Open mouth exhale. Inhale to the top. Holding, squeezing, engaging. Open mouth exhale. And we'll inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale all the way to the top and hold. Engage the root lock, roll the eyes in and up. Squeezing, pulling that energy all the way to the crown of the head. And on your exhale, release the hands into the lap, release control over any of the locks. Just allowing your body to absorb the vibrations of our mantra. We will go ahead and begin with one warm up here because this is such an active Kriya. We're going to be building a lot of heat as we go anyways. But just to get the spine going, get the breath going, this will be our only really breath to movement posture of the Kriya. So in easy pose, hands on the knees, just our usual Sufi circle. So inhaling forward and over to the left, exhaling, rounding back to the right. Find your own pace, find your own rhythm, whatever feels good, listening to the body's intuition here. Whatever the body needs, the body gets. Switching direction, inhaling forward over to the right, exhaling, rounding back to the left. Inhale, find center, holding the breath at the top. Engage the root lock, roll the eyes in and up. Exhale, turn the palms face up. It's a really simple, brief relaxation here. Dropping into the body and cultivating a sense of gratitude for this physical vessel. We so often identify with the body, but in fact, the body is just what allows our unique bit of consciousness to experience this human life. Just feeling that gratitude for this amazing body allows us to be here, experience all the things. Take a really nice deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth exhale. Blinking the eyes open. So our first posture is a seated body shake. I'm going to stay with my hips lifted for this one. We're going to be here for, I'm not going to lie, we're going to be here for a long time. I feel the most comfortable with my hips elevated. Whatever feels best for you is perfect. So we're literally just lifting the arms up. It's nice to have a bend in the elbows. The idea is that we keep the elbows elevated for the entire duration of this posture. If there's any impingements in the shoulders or the arms where you have to bring them down, it's totally fine. But we're quite literally just shaking the body. We're shaking the hands, the arms. You can get your whole body involved, the torso, the hips, but you want to shake. The actual instructions for this Kriya are to shake to the point that you're sweating. So you really want to give this your all. Whatever is accessible in your body, find your edge, find your challenge where mentally you're going to be giving it your all. You're unlocking the shoulders, you're unlocking trauma. This is super good for our parasympathetic nervous system, for our lymphatic system, and we're quite literally training our body and our mentality, our perspective to learn how to just let go. So let go. I'm going to start some music. I'll start the time once the music starts. We're going to go through a couple of songs. So just keep going, keep challenging yourself until you hear me cue our inhale retention. So go ahead and bring the arms up overhead and we will begin now. Keep going. I'll start the next song in a moment. Just a reminder to be bringing in really nice, long, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Just allowing the breath to fill the body, to reach all the dark corners in the body, to help carry out the toxins, to help carry out the tension, anything that we need to let go of. Allow the deep breathing to move it through, to carry it out. Eyes can be closed. It helps to let go more if your senses are drawn inwards, and have fun. Keep going, we're almost there, doing so good. Inhale all the way to the top, reach the fingers, the hands up to the sky, spreading the fingers wide, holding the breath, pulling the energy from the root lock all the way up the spine to the crown of the head. And open mouth, exhale, release the palms, face up in the lap, completely relaxing the body. Relax any control over the breath. The deeper you're able to relax, the more your body can absorb the effects of the breath, the movement, the medicine. It's often when we have these moments of tension, of build up, that we are able to release and relax, even just a little bit deeper. From here, we're going to move into a standing hip shake. So as you're ready, come on up into standing. So we're literally just shifting our weight onto alternating legs by bending each knee. So you're really isolating the movement to the hips. This can be as low impact or high impact as your body calls for. So the feet can stay on the ground. It can be a casual hip shake, or you can be jumping and pumping your fists. Hands can stay at the side and they can kind of flop around, whatever the body calls for. You're really just isolating that movement to the hips. This helps to continue to detoxify. It helps us to really helps to release anger when we're unlocking the pelvis like that. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes, not as long as the first one. But again, the instructions of this Kriya call you to break a sweat, like really get into it. So whatever your edge is, go for it. I'll play music again, same cues. With this one, I tend to keep my eyes open to help me keep my balance, but if you're comfortable with the eyes closed, go for it. And really, really nice, long, deep inhales and exhales through the nose. So we will go ahead and begin. Keep going. We're over halfway. So good. Finding stillness, take a deep inhale, reach the arms up overhead just for a moment here, hold and squeeze. Exhale, bring the hands down beside you, palms face forward. Finding a moment of relaxation here, you're welcome to stay standing for a few moments. If you prefer to relax in a seat, you're welcome to safely make your way into a seat. Wherever you're at, just deeply relaxing the body, mindfully releasing any areas of tension, especially the jaw, the navel, the pelvis. Just relaxing, releasing. natural flow of breath as the heart regulates, mentally, physically absorbing the effects. If you're not already, go ahead and make your way down into a seat in easy pose. Now we'll be doing seated twists. This is another really great posture for the shoulders. So you'll be in easy pose. I prefer not to be up on something, on any props for this one. Up to you. And our prayer palms will come up overhead, pressing together, and you actually want to squeeze the biceps in towards the ears. If you can make contact with the ears, then beautiful, but you're really wanting to engage the shoulders here. It's going to help to deepen the effects of the posture. The eyes will be closed and rolled in and up to the third eye center. You have a nice strong navel and you vigorously begin twisting from side to side. This Kriya, as I mentioned before, we're not doing breath to movement. When we are doing twists, we're so used to inhale left, exhale right. But with this one, we're doing really nice long inhales and exhales through the nose while we're twisting. So this is a really good opportunity to retrain your brain, build some new neural pathways, and get the deep breath into the effects of the twist. Twists are so good for detoxifying. And as we're releasing that shoulder tension, you can even mentally envision that you're sending the breath to the shoulders. We will not be here as long as the last posture, so really give it your all. Move as vigorously as is comfortable and safe in the body. So go ahead and bring the prayer palms up overhead. Bring the biceps as close to the ears as you can, closing off the eyes, rolling them in and up to the third eye center, and begin twisting. Really nice, long, deep breaths here. And try to enjoy. Finding center, find stillness, keeping the hands up overhead. Take a deep inhale through the nose, holding at the top. Engage your root block, roll the eyes in and up, press the palms together. Exhale, release the hands, face up in the lap, and relax. Noticing any areas where you may be holding and lovingly release them. Maybe even feeling some sweat on the body. Another reminder for the gratitude of all the work this amazing vessel does for us. Here, the rest of the postures are going to be done for a count. We're going to do a certain amount of each movement. So I will describe them as we go. The first one are a variation on single leg push-ups. So we'll come into tabletop position. Shoulders, this is where you can bring the padding under your knees if you'd like. So shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. Now there's a couple of different variations. The original instruction for this posture are to have one knee on the ground, we extend the left leg, and then we do single leg push-ups from here. If it's more accessible in the body to have both knees on the ground, then go for it, and you can eventually work your way up. Just honor the body and find your edge at the same time. So for each side, this posture calls for anywhere from 13 to 26 push-ups. So aim for 13, go for 26 if you can, and if you don't even make it to 13, no problem. Come back to this recording, keep trying, eventually you'll get there. So we'll start with the left leg extended. Go ahead, extend the left leg out behind you, point the toes. As you dip the forehead down towards the ground and come back up, that counts as 1. I am not going to count out loud since we're all doing a separate count. So I'm going to go ahead and do 26 to allow enough time. But I am going to tell you, the faster you do these, the better. They're a lot harder if you go slow. So I'll do 26. I will cue when I am switching sides. If you finish early, then go ahead and go into child's pose. So let's begin. Dipping the forehead down and coming back up. Find your count, 13 to 26. Really nice, long, deep breaths in and out through the nose. We'll be switching sides. I'll take one breath at the top. Then extending the right leg, pointing the right toes, and beginning a new count on this side. It's 26, take a nice deep breath at the top. Holding briefly, squeezing root block, rolling the eyes in and up. And as you exhale, you can come back into child's pose or embryo pose and relax. Take a really nice deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. On an inhale, we'll roll up. Keeping the padding under the knees, we're going to come into camel pose flexes. So when you come to standing on the knees, same thing, there's a lot of modifications for this one, for whatever's accessible in the body. The goal is to open the heart with this one. So you can simply have the hands on the lower back and you pulse to open the heart and then return to upright. That counts as 1. We want to do anywhere from 11 to 22 of these. I'll do 22. Again, I'm going to do them fast. It's a little bit easier. Anytime we're doing something that's opening the front body, make sure you're engaging your glutes, having a nice strong navel, especially the lower navel, so you can support the spine and the low back as you come back. And don't think of it as much of a back bend as much as a heart opener. So you're really lifting the heart up. You can even open the throat. Another variation is you can have the toes tucked and you can reach back for the heels. Perhaps you don't even need the toes tucked and you can reach back for the heels. But again, you can come back, open the heart, and then come back up again, and that counts for one. So I will go ahead and count 22. Nice long deep breaths in and out through the nose. Eyes can be closed off. And we will begin. Feeling the body's strength as you move. Acknowledging the courage it takes to keep your heart open. That was 22 for me. Let's take a nice deep inhale at the top, holding at the top. Squeeze the root lock, roll the eyes in and up. Exhale, coming back into our embryo or child's pose for another rest. On an inhale, slowly roll upright, allowing the breath to carry you one vertebrae at a time. From here, we'll do our final two postures laying down on the back. So make your way there. We will be doing legs to 90 degrees. So you can place the palms face down under the low back or the hips to help support the low back in this movement. This is a circular movement with the legs, so you can watch me before we begin. You start with the knees pulled into the chest. This is so good for our organs. Then we extend the legs out straight, then pull them up to 90 degrees and bring them, bending the knees, bringing them back into the chest. So it's out, up, in. And that counts as one. One circular rotation is one count. So for this one, we're wanting to do anywhere from 27 to 54. So honor your body. If this movement is not accessible in the body, you can find any variation of it. You do not have to extend the legs all the way. You can keep the legs bent. You can touch the toes to the ground, then lift the legs up to 90 degrees and pull the knees back into the chest. Whatever is accessible in the body. What I love about this Kriya is all of the different options and the opportunity to work your way up if you continue working with this Kriya. Okay, so eyes will be closed, really nice long deep breaths in and out through the nose. We'll pull the knees into the chest and go ahead and begin your count, extending the legs out, up, and in. I will count to 54. Building a relationship with the breath, the movement. This is so good for the digestive system. for strengthening the low back. Doing really good work here in the body. This is a great posture for training yourself to have control over the breath. When you can control your breath, your prana, life responds accordingly. It's a beautiful skill to have. Last couple of rounds here. Last one. Bringing the knees into the chest, take a nice deep inhale and squeeze. Squeeze the body, the root block, roll the eyes in and up. Exhale, release the legs long, the arms long. We're not quite at Shavasana yet. We've got one more posture, but we can take a nice little mini Shavasana here for a few moments, relaxing. Our final posture is quite literally sit-ups. So the way that this posture is cued is that the legs are together and engaged. We cross the hands over the heart. It doesn't matter which hand goes first, but they're simply crossed over the heart. And then we come into a full sit-up. Ooh, there's modifications I will offer. Once you get all the way up, you fold forward as much as you can, attempting to bring the forehead to the knees. They don't have to make it there, just folding forward as much as you can, and then releasing all the way back down onto the ground. So that's the full posture. Some modifications are you can have the knees bent with the feet on the floor, and you can sit up that way. You can even just do a crunch. If you're not doing a full sit up, just do the crunches. You're still engaging the navel. So finding whichever level is accessible in the body for you and go with it, really giving it your all. We are all doing a count of 13 of these. So I will count to 13. And again, if you don't even quite make it to 13, it's no problem. No big deal. You'll get there. What you're doing the work for the body, and that is what matters. That's what counts. So eyes are closed, nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. If you're having the legs long and extended, go ahead and do that. I like to have the toes pointed. You can have them pointed or flexed. That helps to keep the muscles of the legs engaged, which helps to support the spine in this movement. And we will go ahead and begin our count of 13. This is our last posture. We've done amazing work so far. Finish out strong. Feeling the hands pressed against the heart, cultivating that sense of gratitude again. I'll stop talking for the rest of them. Last one, really folding forward. In the forward fold, take a nice deep inhale. Hold the breath at the top, squeeze the root lock, press the hands into the heart. And as you exhale, coming upright and slowly, lovingly making your way down onto the back. Legs are long, arms are long, shoulder blades roll down under you. You can take a nice deep breath, a sigh, whatever helps you to release and deepen your relaxation. And I will wake you when it's time. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the breath. Just noticing how it feels, pulling it into the body, releasing it from the body. Finding another moment of gratitude for whatever comes to mind, whether it's the body, this practice, maybe something else coming into your day today, a person in your life, whatever comes to mind. Allow that feeling of gratitude to grow and spread throughout the entire body. And from this place, begin to lovingly and gently call in some small movements, wiggling the fingers and the toes, allowing it to move into bigger movements, wrists, ankles, maybe moving the head side to side, finding a little wiggle in the hips, having the hands on the body somewhere, giving yourself a nice squeeze, and inhaling to a big full body stretch. As you exhale, pull the knees into the chest. Before we move from here, we'll reawaken the energy channels, bringing the soles of the feet together, the palms of the hands together, and rubbing them vigorously, creating friction between the feet and the hands. And now from here, pulling the knees into the chest once again. You can rock and roll on the spine, coming up into a seat, or you can roll onto the side in fetal position and press into a seat from there. But we will meet once again in easy pose with the prayer palms at heart center. We'll close out our practice with the prayer, the long time sun, followed by a vibration of Sat Nam. First, let's take a nice cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And we'll inhale to close. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Sun Nam. Bringing the prayer palms, the thumbs up against the third eye center. A moment of acknowledgement for our closing prayer, Sat Nam, meaning truth is my name. Truth being the only one real truth in this life. If you know, you know. Bowing down, a prayer of gratitude to you for joining me in this practice. Thank you all. I love you all. Sat Nam. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. Thank you so much for everything. May we age beautifully, gracefully, and with joy in our hearts.